What's that? Subscribe, comment down below. Like this video. Yeah, I think they should do that too. Hi everybody, it's me, Vivi, and welcome back to my channel. Or if it's your first time here, welcome. I hope you could subscribe down below if you're not already. I want to say thank you to everybody who's subscribed so far. That's way more subscribers than I thought I would ever get. And I know it doesn't seem like a lot, but to me it's very heartwarming to know that people are out there supporting me. In today's video, I wanted to talk about mildly frustrating things, at least in my opinion. I know there are a lot of frustrating, serious issues out there, but this is more meant to be kind of playful and things that might mildly infuriate me, mildly frustrate me. And let me know in the comments down below if any of these things are relatable to you, or tell me what mildly frustrates you, because I'd love to know. Just vent in the comments section. And yeah, let's get to it. So the first thing that makes me mildly.
Why are we still here? Just to suffer?
So the first thing that makes me mildly frustrated is when people are walking in front of me, but they're walking so slow. And I don't know if it's just me, but I can't walk slow if there's like no like if I'm out for a stroll, yeah, I'll walk slow. If it's in a park, yes. If there are people behind me, I will move out of the way if I'm walking slow. But these people that I'm talking about, it's like they're specifically walking slow just to make me frustrated. Sometimes I'm on my way to like a 9 o'clock, 8 o'clock class, and these people are walking when I'm like this, walking across the street. Like, how? That just frustrates me. Another thing that frustrates me, I don't know if this happens to you guys, but back home it happens a lot. You're walking along the side of the street and then you hear it's like, God, are you playing rap music from the heavens? Is this my reggaeton death song? No, it's just somebody who's walking very close by to you. Sometimes not even that close, like you shouldn't be able to hear this person's music, but they don't even bother putting on headphones. They're just there. And back home, shops sell Bluetooth speakers that look like cars, like a toy car, and people just plug in their flash drives or the SD cards, and they're just carrying around a plastic car toy looking thing, and it's just coming from the and you're just like, what do you think that looks cool? Like, what's going on? Another thing that mildly frustrates me is not that big of a deal. I already got used to it, which is kind of sad to say, but it's when people call me white. So I know my skin color isn't dark, but I'm not a Caucasian person, and it's not that being a Caucasian person is bad in any way, or any skin color for that matter, but I don't like being misidentified. But it's not that big a deal for me. I could just correct people and say like, well, I'm not white, I'm actually like, you know, mixed with this and that. What frustrates me is when I have to keep reminding the same people over and over again, like, hey, I don't really like being called white, could you not? They don't listen.
I'm brutal, savage, wrecked, absolutely taken down.
One thing that madly frustrates me is, and tell me if this happens to you in the classroom, when the teacher is writing something or dictating something, you're halfway through what they wrote on the board, and then you look up to the board to finish off what you're writing, and the teacher is just like, oh, I misspelled this word, or let me use a different word, or you know what, this whole sentence is just wrong, and they erase it, and you're just there like, I don't have the ability to just wipe words from my book. I'm writing with a pen, you know. It's and I'm just like, Another thing that mildly frustrates me is when beans don't burst. Now, stick with me on this one, right? Y'all remember in science class in primary school when you would reach in the morning and the teacher would say, okay, today we're gonna learn about germinating beans or seeds. So you get a little kidney bean and you moisten it and you put it in a warm spot, and by the next day it's germinated already, right? So I was missing home real bad, and I was thinking maybe I could get into planting stuff to distract my mind and stop missing home. I got my little pack of kidney beans and I moistened them, put them in a warm place, and the next day I check on them, nothing. Very strange, I thought to myself. So I go and I get more kidney beans and I add more water and increase the heat of where these seeds were germinating. So I have the one from the previous day and I have new beans that I'm trying to germinate. And you know what happens? Nothing. A whole week passed and nothing happens. Then I look it up on the internet and find out that some beans are radiated and these beans will not germinate. And why would they do that?
Why? 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 Why?
Why? I don't know. To this day, I haven't gotten an answer of why you would radiate beans that are just meant to be cooked and eaten or sometimes germinated. But this one brand specifically radiated their beans just so that I couldn't germinate them. Another thing that mildly frustrates me is when people leave their napkins and their leftover food on their plate. Okay, no big deal. But then they put the plate in the sink, and you would have gotten frustrated by this if you ever lived with anybody else in your life. And if you don't get frustrated by this, you're probably one of those people who do this. And it's gross when you go to wash the dishes, just being a good roommate, a good house person, whatever, and then you just smell. Or just washing dishes and you lift up a plate and boom, there it is, a soggy napkin that's all moist with all the dirty dishwater.
Disgusting!
Another thing that mildly frustrates me, I could say it probably extremely frustrates me, is when people take food, your food, without asking why. And this has happened to me before. People would steal food. It frustrates me how little people care about your struggle and what you had to go through to get that food, or get the money to get that food, and then get the food all the way from a store that's far away to what you would call your personal space. And you think, oh yeah, it'll be safe in the cupboard or my refrigerator because I have such lovely roommates. No. You are not immune to food thieves. And if you're a food thief out there, I hope they... And it's not like they'll take like, oh, maybe a chip out of a bag or some of your pepper sauce or some of your tomato sauce. Nah, they'll take a whole cheese, a whole block of cheese. They'll take your whole meal that you packaged for the week. Another thing that frustrates me a little bit, and it used to frustrate me a lot, but it gets less frustrating the older you get, is when you're in a classroom and your teacher is like, here, have this moderately challenging to extremely challenging task. And I'm not gonna explain any part of it, not even the more complicated parts of it. Here, do it. And you're just there like, excuse me? Or when they come up with this thing that, oh, you should have learned this already, so I'm not gonna teach you it. How could you trust that a previous teacher taught us the way you want us to know it? When I was in primary school and high school, this would really frustrate me because at that point, you're still learning, you're still trying to absorb everything that you have. And yes, they shouldn't baby you all the time, but they shouldn't just leave you there to hang yourself, you know? They shouldn't just give you the rope and be like, here, do what you must. It's only mildly frustrating now because it's supposed to get like that the older you get. Now that I'm in college and university, I kind of understand, like, yeah, I don't know everything, but it's my responsibility as an adult to figure out what I'm supposed to do. But what's even worse than those teachers is the people who are already grown adults, mind you, that will not take responsibility for not knowing something. They will blame everybody but themselves for not knowing something. And the teacher will be like, here's a mildly complicated task. But teacher, I don't know this. I never learned this. And the teacher will just plain out say, because you're an adult now, well, figure it out because you're supposed to know this by now. this person will just, instead of putting their energy into figuring out the task, they will put their energy into complaining about the teacher wanting them to figure out the task. My guy, you are in college now. You could do this by yourself. I know it's frustrating, but this is how it goes as you get older. But don't be doing that stuff to little children under the age of 12. Another thing that's mildly frustrating is when I'm bored and I don't really feel like doing much, but I just don't want to be bored anymore. So then I walk over to my roommate and I'm like, hey, entertain me. And they're just like, ew, no, go away, you're annoying. That actually makes me sad. Not really frustrated. Oh. Anyways, okay, now this one I think could be relatable to anybody who has pets that are just rambunctious and love to hunt. And I think you can see where I'm going with this. Ever wake up in the morning, wow, ray of sunshine, birds singing, today is gonna be a good day. Then you open your door or walk out of your house and boom, dead rat, dead possum, dead squirrel, dead lizard, dead bird, dead something. This has happened to me so many times. I can't remember all the poor little animals or rodents that I've had to bury because my cat or dog just decided, you know what I haven't done in a while? Murder. And they leave it. They like, thank you, friend. I really appreciate this present. But I prefer my possum a little less hairy, less bleeding, a little less clinging to life, and a little more not in my yard, not anywhere near me, you know? That's mildly frustrating. But they're cute, so we let it pass. Okay guys, so that's the end of my video. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe if you haven't already. And again, a big thank you to everybody who subscribed to me recently. I really appreciate it, and please turn on the notification bell so that you can be notified whenever I upload a new video. And I'll try to upload once a week, either on Thursdays or Fridays. And if I ever have bonus videos, I'll just upload them whenever. So it would be good to just know whenever I upload a video. Bye.